Okay, hey everybody, this is Grace. I'm on the way to the pharmacy to drop off a prescription. This time I went to the ER. To give an actual paper prescription for a muscle relaxer. And I've been having pain in my back, but there was a different reason I went there. But the doctor I saw, I've seen there before, and he was doing after the initial reason. I'll talk about that thing maybe later. We'll see how all of it goes. But it wasn't my physical health that I went. It was, but it wasn't. Anyway, I'll talk about that in another video. But after that, he did a follow-up, since I've seen him before. And I found out a lot of good information, such as something I said that I wasn't going to talk about before when I was actually admitted in the hospital in the summer. He's saying no, so I must have been misinformed. But I still have an appointment this coming year, next month, not too long from now. And that had to be, I had scheduled one for right away, but their office, of course, dropped the ball and didn't tell me I had to have a referral from my doctor. Okay, they should have done that 2 days before the appointment. Well, actually, I think it was 1 day. And I only found out because I called them. And I'm kind of, then I told the new doctor I have, and I see a different one. I'm going to see a different one now. Because she said, they'll get a referral. And then her office called me and said, they said that I have to call my insurance company and find out who's on my plan, and then tell her who to refer me to. That's not a referral. They didn't do it. And I spoke to my insurance company, health insurance company, and they said that's not how it's done. And she said, but people will do, some of them will do that now. Yeah, the staff there is supposed to do it. And they had already dropped the ball twice. Okay, no, really it was once. And that the papers that they were supposed to get for me, medical records, the one page she needed had faxed in crooked, and she couldn't read it. Yep, right. She got another visit off of that. So, this time, no. So I had, actually one of the nurses had made me an appointment for another doctor that she said was really, really good. So, she'd already made it, and those are always scheduled at like 3-4 months later, stuff like that. But I want a doctor. I'm tired of nurses. Like one of the nurses when I was in the hospital had misinformed me. I knew she was wrong, but she doubled down. I knew she was absolutely wrong. Anyway, I talked to that, I had the ER visit, the doctor I'd seen before, doing a follow-up. I told him, but I didn't tell him where it was. I just told him what had been told to me. Yeah. But we did a lot of talk about a lot of things that has gone on, and I told him I'm not having that stomach problem, at least not right now, but last year, this year, let's see if it happens again next year. And I don't want to go too deep into all of them as it is. But anyway, I've been having a backache for about a month. It would come and go. It moves around, weird stuff like that. He felt it, checked it out, and he wants me to go to a chiropractor. And that's the first time I've ever been told to go to a chiropractor. I've never been to one. So Adam has, but I haven't. He said maybe it's just something, because I told him, I said it kind of feels like something just needs to pop in there. And he said maybe that's it. So he wants me to see, he felt it, and then he did all that, told me to see a chiropractor. And take some muscle relaxers. Well, like I said, I haven't taken anything like that at all, or did I say that? In probably over 20 years. I don't know how long it's been since I took a muscle relaxer. And I don't like taking more medication because I'm on so much and they can interact in the pharmacies. Yeah. Okay, I hope this isn't jumping all around. I need to buy a new mount. I don't know if it adjusts or what, but anyway. Did what I need to do there. Now I have to go, then I have to come back there and oh my gosh, with a backache. Yeah. I've had for a month, around a month. Anyway, but I found out all kinds of good information because I decided I'm going to just start firing off questions to him about some of the stuff. And one of them, they had put me through quite a scare. I still want to see if I should have been. There's so much. There's one of them there had told me that I should be, but don't be. And he turned out not to be so great. And the other one I've seen before, and he's great. I like him. So, and then nobody else had mentioned it. So, just so much, you know. And then he explained more to what's going on with me, my old, the rare health condition. Then I could have another one. I have to find out about that. So many things this coming year. Oh my! But I also found out. I don't know if I've mentioned it, but we had somebody in our house. Imagine this. You know, as much as I spoke out in 2020, you know, I have this rare health condition, and I was more what you consider classed as vulnerable to you know, 2020. I'm leaving out the word. And I had to stay at home all that time, 2020 and most of 2021, and you know, almost all of 2020. And anyway, having it actually in my house was, yeah, not me. It wasn't me. It wasn't Adam. And but the person was quarantined upstairs and was coughing up a lung. That's how I saw it. Now, I am not in any way, shape, form, or fashion a medical voice of authority. I'm not in all any kind of provider or anything like that. So, you know, but I've found out some information about that in a strange roundabout way, because when that was found out, I had to get the latest update. And she said, "Oh, good, you got the latest one." And and the doctor had also told me, because I had mentioned too that whatever this is, like, was in my shoulder, it felt kind of like it was affecting my lungs or something. He said, "No, you had been coughing up a lung." It was fun, not coughing up a lung, but he said, "You've been coughing a lot." And as soon as he left, I started coughing. It was so funny. As soon as he walked out the door. But mine was allergies. And, but I found out so much about that, what it is and all that. And then why it was so good that I had another shot to the arm that would be 4 since 2021. So, like I said, I'm more vulnerable than because of my rare health condition. Now, like I said, don't take any of this as any kind of anything. You know, no advice, no, I don't give any of that kind of stuff. But, it got kind of warm today. It's 57 degrees, but it said, when I left home, I think it was 56 or something. It said feels like it was 68 or something. Okay, this is Texas, you know. And, I'm sure it's in other places, but I don't live in other places. So, anyway, somebody had actually given me reason to say stuff like that. Anyway. I don't know why the buses are doing some weird stuff lately. School buses. Anyway. But, I have to, I'm going to get us something to eat. It's 12:26. I haven't eaten yet. Hey, late lately I've been not eating until like 3 or 4, or 2 or 3, something like that. Okay, I don't know if you can see this road here. Okay, you definitely couldn't see it there. But this is the road that people tailgate on. Other roads have 3 lanes on each side, and right there is the fire station, and there's usually a police officer right there sitting on the side by the back, and right here is where they will cross. They will go around because they're wanting to go faster, than the speed limit, and I'm not going to do that. They're not going to pay my ticket, and I wouldn't do it anyway. It's a period, full stop. It's not safe, not happening. But there's always going to be somebody tailgating. Seriously, I cannot remember when there hasn't been, and of course right now there is. And there's a lot of kids around here, and all that stuff. But this thing keeps falling. But anyway, the nerve of people. It's seriously the nerve. And there sometimes is a cop on either one of these sides, and there's another road like this just on the other side of all this right here, and they do the same there it's 30, and then all of a sudden it becomes 40, cop pulling people over, and people are, don't go squirrely. But I tell you, some people, they just have such nerve, and just because you want to speed. One of them passed me. I think there was a car in front of me or something. One time passed me. People were coming the other way. That person had to slam on their brakes, and it was somebody who was disabled who was doing it, passing. And and I slowed down. The other person just full stop, because I just looked up and all of a sudden I see they're passing me. So I just had enough time to slow down. People have nerve, really, seriously. Okay, I turn here and the person gets into the same lane. In every video, I started to realize, especially more lately, that I will have something about the way people are driving. It's generally, quite often, somebody tailgating. I'm telling you, they're getting really close. And by the way, if you see, what it looks like me, I'm tailgating. No, it's that my cell phone is, my camera is, and I zoom it in. But anyway, what world we live in. Because the thing I'm not going to talk about, it's one of those, whoa, what a world we live in things. There are a lot of things that happen in my life, and I don't talk about them. And it's the reason I have this. I really have negativity about what's going on in the world today, and I'm not the only one. Adam does too. He recently, it's at the end of the year, he's having all these medical things looked at and done, for the end of the year. And then he has to do follow-ups and stuff next year. Well, some of his is dental. And Adam has always said, well, I don't have these problems with doctors in their office. It's kind of bragging. I'm like, okay, yeah. I went to his doctor, remember? And a few times. But Adam brags, about he doesn't have these problems. Why do I can't do his voice, but well, he spoke too soon. Okay, it's not funny, but he's seeing all these, and he said, "You're right. The front desk people drop the ball." Okay, and it does happen too much, but like with this one that I have, like I said, I'm going to start seeing a new one, and I kind of wonder if it's her. I mean, you didn't know before I came to, you called me for, it was a telemed the second time. She didn't know that the page was turned like that. She should have looked at it before then. When I was a career student and all that, I worked for surgeon scheduling appointments, and sometimes I was a interim office manager. So yeah, they should be doing. It comes back to them anyway. It's just, I can't say incompetence totally, but the other one, before that, I just got this really bad feeling about her that she was, sorry about that, she was just wanting to make money, because she even said something like that. Oh, I was wanting to get a lot more appointments in before now. What the crap? And then she did thing of giving me a preventative medication instead of a curative, which is supposed to be curative. And if I got the word right. Oh my goodness! I look over in the car behind me. There's a German Shepherd, and there's a teeny tiny window, and he's just staring right at me. He or she, just staring at me. Oh my goodness, that was funny. Okay, but anyway, I definitely have been making videos that I've been putting on private about what's been going on. And like I said, I use this as a pressure release valve, to rant, to vent. And about the things, but the ones that are like the really serious stuff, very serious stuff. While I was there yesterday, one of these places. Yeah. Anyway. Wow, a bunch of buildings coming up quickly around here. This is Texas. They can do it pretty much all year round, so new buildings. I think I need to be in the other lane. You're hitchhiking? What the heck? I have never seen somebody hitchhike here. Seriously. Never. I can't remember seeing anybody hitchhike for decades. You've gotten older. Old. Adam called us old recently. I'm like, dude, really? Getting old is not for wimps. So, definitely. But anyway, where was I in all of this? Talking about so much stuff that I learned while there. Because the nurse, she was the one who told me more about, and it came up naturally in a conversation, because I had to get a tetanus shot. And I couldn't remember when it was, but I said the last thing I ever forgot. Because she said, "Which one do you want?" I said, "Well, this one, because this one." I showed her which one. I said, because the other one, is where I got the latest update. And it's been a while, actually, over a month or so. I don't even remember how long ago. 2 months, maybe. But then she started talking about it. She said, "That's great, you got that one." And okay. My goodness, I don't know. And what other things? Some of the things were, it was kind of funny, because the doctor, I said, well, he was looking at my back, and he come back in front of me, and he said, "You're going to need to get a tetanus shot." And I said, "What for?" Because he was looking at my back. And he said, "So you don't die of tetanus." I caught it. I caught what he was saying. But I said, "No, because you're looking at my back." And, then he got that I wasn't just dense. Okay. Anyway. Okay, well, I'm back here to get us something to eat. The Soul Man's barbecue. Yeah, this is Texas. The barbecue is delicious. Seriously. And I take some of it, I get some chopped brisket, and even this, Adam likes this sliced. I like the chopped. And I put that, whatever we have left over, it's usually me, not him. Me, not him. But I take it and I put it in, make some beans, just whatever kind of beans, and put it in there with it, at a certain time. And talk about delicious, man. It makes such a good flavor for the beans. Not the same day we buy it, but, after we've eaten. I don't usually eat the whole thing. It's a plate with 3 meats, so like I said, I save mine and make beans today, the next day, or the next day after that. Okay, I'm still waiting. Oh, there it is. I can say that, and there it is. Okay. Got the food. It smells so good. And I'm really hungry. 12:47. Yeah, of course. Anyway, I don't know what the schools around here are doing, because tomorrow is the day that they let out for Christmas holiday. Unless they've changed it, but today is Thursday, so whoa. But they've been going around during the daytime at like 1 o'clock. No school lets out at 1. And or like now, it's right before 1. I'm like, what is going on? Okay, is that bus driver dressed like Santa? Sure is. Okay. I remember the time that it was right before Christmas, and I looked over, was driving somewhere, looked over, and there was as I said, that's a midlife crisis Santa. Yeah, on a motorcycle. Okay. But anyway, this has been a lot lately. My life has been a lot lately. Gotta laugh or go crazy. And I'm going to talk to the doctor about these medications that cause night terrors. Though I did talk to the one at the ER, and he's the one I've seen 3 times. He said, you need to get a sleep study, and he knows that the medication can cause it. But because I have insomnia anyway, and the three medications I take, and actually one of them has 2 in it, so that's 4. They all can cause night terrors, or bad dreams, strange and vivid, or something like that. Dreams, nightmares, night terrors, so on, and all that. And total that I take a day between these 3, like I said, one has an extra one in it, is 7 times a day. So for blood pressure, they need to get something. One of them is actually PRN, so, but they need to figure something out, seriously. One of them, the one that I had seen, but her office dropped the ball. Not the first one. She said, she said, we need to change this, because I was only, 2 years ago, I was only taking 1 medication per day, 1. But that was, 2.5 years or so. It was right before I started taking insulin. And I told everybody, the pharmacist and, different pharmacists that, and doctors or healthcare providers, that my blood pressure was below normal, it was low, not bad, low, but it was low. Before I started taking this insulin, once I started, it shot up real high. At first, they were saying, well, maybe it's because you have a little anxiety because of taking it. Taking insulin to me was like, wow, that's easy. That's all there is to it. It doesn't hurt, unless sometimes. But it was like, whatever, And, you got to be cautious and everything too, and all that. But easy. But it made it raise really high. And I don't know so much. I'm going to talk to him about maybe lowering it or changing it. something. And I've got a lot to go, to talk to him about. And I have not had experiences where they really want to sit there and listen. I don't talk to them like I do on video. But yeah, anybody, any healthcare provider lately, well, for 20-something years, they don't want to have the full thing. It was something with billing that changed, where they had to, before they, I could be wrong on this, before it changed, they had to spend at least a certain amount of time, or they could get audited or something with the patient. And after that changed, like I said, I could be wrong on this, but that's how I remember it. They stopped spending like 15 minutes or 20 minutes, whatever it was. Now it's more like 2, because they have a lot more patients they can make money off of. That's my view. Could be wrong with all of that. But yeah, we'll get this thing going. Okay, that big truck was weaving. Yeah. What the heck is going on over there? But anyway, we had in May 28th, I think it was, we had these 90-mile-per-hour winds. That was the highest that I heard of, 90 or 95. And there's still cleanup going from that. Seriously. A lot of fences around here. Wooden fences. But all of this part of Texas, that was affected by it. Still cleanup. Okay, I think I'm going to wrap this up. I'm ready to be home at 8. Talk to you on another video. Bye.